Hi, Otto here for Bavarian Autosport. In this series of videos, we're going to be performing fluid changes in the various undercar gearboxes. This includes the manual transmission, the rear differential, the front differential on four-wheel drive models, the four-wheel drive transfer case, the transaxle assembly used on the front-wheel drive minis, and we'll do an undercar oil change for both vehicles with and without dipsticks. Now we'll be using these various tools and fluids throughout this series, and we'll get more detail on that shortly. In this video, we'll be changing the fluid in a common BMW rear differential. This will apply to both two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive models. Now we've got our various fluids that we can use for the differential fill. We have the red line and the Liqui-Moly. We have our tools for removing and installing the drain and fill plugs. We've got our magnetic drain plug that we're going to replace in place of the stock original plug. And then we have various tools for transferring fluids. Most differentials do have a drain plug, so removing the fluid is no problem. However, some late models do not have a drain plug, and the fluid must be removed from the fill hole location. We need this adapter to go into the fill hole and suck down to the bottom of the housing. This will attach to the 1.5 liter fluid transfer pump or the vacuum oil change canister if you already have this, or you'd like to purchase this for your oil changes as well, as long as you have a dipstick tube on your engine. Now once we have the fluid removed, we need to install the new fluid, and again we'll use the various fluid transfer pumps. Our basic 1/2 liter transfer pump, there's no check valve. It can get a little messy, but it does work. We have our premium fluid transfer pump, 1.5 liters. There's a check valve in the hose and a metal nipple on the end to accept the fill adapter or the fluid removal adapter. We also have the pressurized power fill. With this, we just put the fluid into the canister, pump it up to 15 to 20 foot-pounds of pressure, insert the fill tube into the fill opening on the differential, and we've got an on-off valve. We simply open the valve, fill the differential till full. Now all of this is available in our online store at bavauto.com. Now let's go ahead and get to the video. Here we are under the vehicle at the rear differential. Here's our drain and fill plugs. To remove the plugs, we'll use our set of extra short Allen bits, which includes 10, 14, and 17 millimeter bits. Most differentials will use either the 10 or the 14 millimeter bit. This X5, as well as most late model BMWs, requires the 14 millimeter bit. We would typically use a 3/8 to 1/2 inch drive adapter and a 1/2 inch ratchet with the Allen bit. We suggest that you always loosen the fill plug before removing the drain plug. This will prevent the inconvenient circumstance of draining the fluid and then finding that the fill plug is seized and will not come out. The drain plug can now be loosened as well. Before fully removing the drain plug, position the drain pan under the differential. Don't forget to remove the plugs from the drain pan catch basin. Unscrew and remove the drain plug to drain the fluid. Once the fluid is drained, install the drain plug. We highly recommend replacing the stock drain plug with the Dimple neodymium stainless steel magnetic plug. These Super Duty magnetic plugs will capture and hold the minute metallic wear particles so that they do not circulate through the gears and bearings. The new magnetic drain plug uses an external 17 millimeter hex instead of the 14 millimeter socket. So we'll use the 17 millimeter box end on the drain plug wrench or a standard combination. Note that some BMW applications do not have a drain plug. They only have a fill plug. We can still change the fluid, but we use special procedures for removing the old fluid. First, we remove the fill plug. We'll use a suction device to remove the old fluid. The BavAuto 1.5 liter fluid transfer pump works great for this. We could also use the BavAuto vacuum oil change system. We need to insert the tool's hose into the fill hole to remove the fluid. In order to remove as much fluid as possible, we'll use the BavAuto fluid removal tool along with the fluid transfer pump. Assemble the fluid removal tool to the fluid transfer pump and insert the tool into the fill hole so it contacts the bottom of the housing. Pull the handle on the pump to begin the fluid removal. Continue the fluid removal until no additional fluid can be extracted. We're now ready to remove the fill plug and refill the differential with fresh fluid. Remove the fill plug if it has not already been removed. Make sure that the valve on the Power Refill Pro filler tube is closed. Pump the unit to about 20 psi using the pump handle or the Schrader valve. Insert the filler tube into the fill hole and open the valve to begin filling. Fill until the fresh fluid overruns and begins flowing from the fill hole. Close the flow valve and remove the filler tube. Install the fill plug using a fresh seal ring and tighten the plug. Clean up the excess fluid, and we're done here. All of the parts and tools you've seen in this video are available in our online store at bavauto.com, or you can call our advisors at 800-535-2002. Be sure to watch all of the videos in this undercar fluid change DIY series. You can view them on our YouTube channel. Please, if you like what you've seen, hit your like button and send us some comments as well. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Now with that, we thank you for watching, and we're off to create another video.